What's poppin', people? I'm Rated D and I've tested positive for swag. So in this video I'm going to talk about my honest thoughts about the Xbox brand. I'm not going to troll or anything like that. I'm just going to give you my honest thoughts on all this stuff. Because I've had a couple months now with the 360. I'm just going to talk about how I feel about this stuff. So with the original Xbox, I never really cared for it. I never cared about many of the games on there. The only one that I was ever really interested in was Halo 2. Halo 1 I never cared about. It was just too old, you know, but Halo 2, I had friends that really liked it. And now I got it with the 360 because it's backwards compatible, and I can honestly say it is a very enjoyable game. I've seen that the remaster on Xbox One has some issues, like even down to the movements. People have complained that the movements aren't the same as they were with the original version, and so that type of thing is annoying. But whatever, the original version of Halo 2 I really like. You know, the split screen multiplayer on there is very fun. It's very enjoyable. I like it quite a lot. But other than that, there's nothing from the original Xbox that I really care about. And as far as the Xbox One goes, it's a similar story. There's just not that much on the console that I care about as far as exclusives. The only ones that, you know, I'd be interested in playing are Halo 5, which still is a true exclusive, and Gears of War 4, which isn't even an exclusive anymore. It's on PC, you know what I mean? And that's the biggest problem that I have with a lot of stuff regarding Xbox, is that so much of it is also on PC, you know what I mean? And so I'll get to the 360 in a moment, but let me finish about the Xbox One real quick. So, you know, like I said, I like Halo. I like, you know, Halo 5 looks interesting, and I'd like to play that at some point. But that's about it, dude. You know, like I said, Gears, you know, Gears of War 4, you can play on PC. So there's nothing on Xbox One that really grabs my attention, you know, and that's just me being honest. As far as the 360 goes, this is how I feel about it. When it comes to the hardware itself, the only real differences between that and the PlayStation 3 are these. The PlayStation 3 had built-in Wi-Fi, and not every Xbox 360 had built-in Wi-Fi. The other thing is this: the Xbox 360, the XMB is much faster than the PlayStation 3's XMB is. But other than that, they're very similar consoles, at least, you know, from the point where Sony patched things up to the point where the messages worked right, and, you know, you had trophies and all that. But the thing is this: the PlayStation 3 is clearly the more powerful console. When I look back at some of the console war arguments last gen about power and this and that, it's clear that the PlayStation 3 really was the far superior console when it comes to the power. I mean, Gears of War 1 and 2 have some major technical problems that I've seen. Halo Reach still has a lot of technical problems that I've seen. Halo Reach, the frame rate can be trash. There's a lot of screen tearing. Primarily this happens in cutscenes, but still, it's just amazing to me that this stuff wasn't called out, and yet nowadays everything is nitpicked to death. Or even last gen with the PS3, a game like Crysis 2, you had Arthur Gies lying about it, you know what I mean? So stuff like that, it's clear to me that last gen there was a bias against the PlayStation 3. I still don't really understand why, but it's obvious to me now. The PS3 was the better console, and in my opinion it also had better games. Now, when it comes to the games that I've got for 360, as of right now, I've got Halo 1 remastered, the original Halo 2 from the original Xbox, like I said, it's backwards compatible, Halo 3, ODST, 4, and Reach. I believe that's it. I think it's like all the games that you had on 360. I don't care about Halo Wars, so I didn't get any of those. And those are fine, you know, Halo's Halo, you know what you're going to get out of it. But I'll explain in a bit why I prefer Killzone over Halo, and I'll get into that in a moment, like I said. Some of the other games I've got Gears of War 1, 2, and 3. I've got Splinter Cell Double Agent and Conviction, and I've also got the first Left 4 Dead. Now, Left 4 Dead I love. Left 4 Dead is awesome, but that's also on PC. You know, that's another problem there. But I do really love Left 4 Dead. I'll probably end up getting Left 4 Dead 2 at some point, and I would also like to get Alan Wake. But like I said, I love Left 4 Dead. As far as Halo goes, you know what to expect from Halo. The multiplayer is definitely fun. When it comes to Gears, this is the thing with Gears. So Gears of War 1 was fine, it was enjoyable, whatever. Gears of War 2, a little bit better than the first one. But Gears of War 3, I am absolutely loving. Like, I gotta be honest, guys, I love Gears of War 3. It's a great game. As far as the Splinter Cell games, I got Double Agent. I also have it on the Wii for like the old gen version. But I didn't ever get Double Agent for the PS3 because of the fact that the frame rate was so awful for the PS3 version. So I got the 360 version, and even that's nowhere near perfect. It's got a bunch of technical problems, but it's better than the PS3 version. But I'm enjoying that. You know, I've always enjoyed Splinter Cell. And also Conviction, I'm looking forward to playing that after Double Agent. But again, Conviction is also on PC, so that's another problem with, you know, exclusives or so-called exclusives for Xbox. So much of this stuff is also on PC, and you know, it's not like, you know, in the case of some PS4 games where it'll come out on PS4 and then on PC. It comes out, these games, they came out on 360 and PC at the same time. But regardless, whatever, let's talk about the games themselves. As far as Gears goes, I told you how I feel about that. Halo, I told you how I feel about that. Left 4 Dead, like I said, I'm really enjoying that. And Splinter Cell, I've always enjoyed Splinter Cell. I'm looking forward to seeing what Conviction is going to be like because it was so different. I was never really interested in Blacklist, largely because of the voice change. That did not sit well with me at all. I made a video about Splinter Cell Blacklist a few years ago. I didn't like the changes that they'd made as far as, you know, the demo that they'd shown at E3 didn't seem like it was old Splinter Cell. It looked like they wanted to build off Conviction and try to throw in some stealth as well. Now, I know that people said that the full game was much more stealthy and that you could play it in different ways. I guess that's fine, but something about Blacklist never sat well with me, so I'll probably never get that. But anyway, but that's how I'm feeling right now about the 360. It's got a lot of fun games. I never cared for Forza. Gran Turismo has always been better. But like I said, I would like to get Alan Wake at some point, probably Left 4 Dead 2 as well. Maybe Gears Judgment, but I don't know. I don't know. The bottom line is this. The 360 is fine, but I'm glad I went with the PS3 last gen. I still much prefer the PS3 as a system, plus it's got free online, you know what I mean? But the 360 definitely has some good games. I just simply prefer PlayStation in the end. And as far as Halo versus Killzone goes, let me just say this. It's very jarring for me when playing Halo where you got a military setting and it seems like it's going to be intense, and then you go out with these toy guns and start shooting at these little purple aliens with high-pitched voices, you guys. It is corny, you know? Comparing that to Killzone, it's like night and day. I mean, Killzone is gritty, it's intense, you're blowing like hell-yes heads off, you're slicing people up, blood squirting all over the place, you can hear cries of pain all over the place. It is so much more intense, and the tone is consistent. Personally, I prefer Killzone 2 over all the Halo games, and that's just me personally, you know? As a complete package, you know, I've gone back and played a bunch of Killzone 2 now because the server's getting shut down soon, and I'm going to have a bunch of gameplay for that as well in the coming months. Personally, like I said, I prefer Killzone over Halo. And the other thing is this, I really like the fact that Killzone has bots similar to how Gears of War has bots, so the multiplayer for those games never really dies. I wish, even though I like Halo's split screen, I wish Halo had bots that you could play with. And personally, I'd take Uncharted over Gears as well. I know Uncharted pretty much copied a lot of stuff from Gears to the T, and I'm really, you know, disappointed in seeing that, but I just prefer Uncharted as a series. Gears of War 3 is great, don't get me wrong, I love Gears 3, but the first two games, I'd take Uncharted 1 over Gears 1, I would take Uncharted 2 over Gears 2. Uncharted 3 and Gears 3, I mean, it's close, but as a series, I would take Uncharted over Gears. Like I said, I'd take Killzone over Halo. definitely Gran Turismo over Forza. Forza's trash in my opinion, and there's nothing anybody could say to convince me otherwise. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, you guys. The 360 is fine. I just simply prefer the PS3. Xbox as a whole, I still think PlayStation is better, and quite frankly, I think Nintendo is better as well. But that's it, you know. And one more thing. That's not it. I want to talk about PC gaming real quick, because like I said, you got stuff like Left 4 Dead on 360, which is very fun, but that's also on PC. You know what I mean? I played Portal 2 on PS3. I've also got it on PC. You know, I love Team Fortress 2 on PC, even though I'm trash at it. There's so much stuff, and I know those are all Valve games, but that's because Valve's great. But there's so much on Xbox that you can also get on PC. And I just find that to be a problem for the Xbox consoles. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and keep it frosty.
Guess what? You didn't do nothing!